and darken it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um. Let's see here. What else can we talk about? Because I mean, like to re- to really talk about this film, we have to like go deep into it, and we don't want to try to spoil what happens at the end of the film for anyone. So
Yeah, unfortunately.
yeah. So I mean, like, let's see here. What else can we talk about on this topic?
What did you think about the quarter scene?
Oh, that was fantastic. I mean, that comes out of like, well, you know, I actually take that back. There was one prior fight scene in the film that was real short.
Oh yeah, 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 the outside one.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah,
that was a set piece for what comes later,
yeah.
and I thought it was fantastic. I mean, the camera work of it, and I mean, like, no one like what's the word? Like, no one took off. Like if he hit him, they just didn't fall over and just like stared at him the whole time. Like they really had to act throughout the whole scene because that was a one shot take.
Yes, there was a one shot take. Yes.
How how'd you feel about it? Like,
Oh, that was awesome. Basically, yeah. And then that's I think that's all you can describe it as. Is pretty awesome.
right? Yeah, I think
And
like the. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You
oh
have something
no
to add?
no 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 no.
Okay. I mean, just to put a final point on this. This movie it's not hard to explain without trying to ruin the actual twist in it. But this is a movie that you have to actually see to understand why this is like so praised.
Yes, you have to see it. You have to see it all the way through.
Yes, please do. Don't like watch half of it or just watch parts of it. Sit down, pop it in, and and watch it from beginning to end.
Yeah. I think that this movie really changed the way Korean movies are seen right now.
Right.
Because there was an interesting topic on the on my board that
Mhm.
said there isn't great movies recently, but
Yeah.
what's a recent movie that you think that is really good?
Hmm.
Asian cinema.
Recent movie. Uh, The Raid.
The Raid. Oh, from Indonesia.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
that's a
whole
good one.
that's
That's
a
a good
brutal
one.
movie.
That's a good one. So
How about
people,
yourself?
I'd have to go back to 2010 and say Confessions.
Hmm. I don't know what that is. Can you just give us a short synapse on the film real quick, if you don't mind?
Okay, Confessions is about a teacher that has revenge on his student, which killed his which killed her husband. So basically, what it is that the teacher, our main protagonist, wants revenge on the student by putting a drug in her milk in his milk that he would normally drink for lunch.
Hmm.
So the person that drank the milk would not know that it is poisoned. And so you have so basically what it is that it's a revenge movie. I really recommend it. Um can I elaborate on that very quickly? I can't really because well, it's kind of like a battle royale movie type,
Okay.
but it's from the uh what do you call it? Point of view of the teacher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. You have to see it.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna have to check that out. Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's move on to our next question then.
Okay.
Um, if you unless you have something else to add about Old Boy.
Oh, nope, that's about it.
All right. So let's move on to our third question here. Okay, here we go. Maybe you know how to say his name. Tag Gibby
Tag,
Ford.
Taggy Boy.
There you go. Thank you. No, so his question is, what films would you recommend as an introduction for someone who has no experience with Asian cinema?
Okay, you go first.
All right. I jotted down a few movies. Let's see here. What do I got here? I have Dipman, The Good, the Bad, the Weird, Old Boy, Seven Samurai, uh, Legend of the Drunken Master, Hard Boiled, Spirited Away, Thirst, The Host, Juan, um, Yojimbo, Infernal Affairs, and the 36th Chamber of Shaolin.
Mm. I say Rashomon.
What's that movie about? If you don't mind me asking.
It's a non-linear movie about these folks in Japan. Um, it's kind of like a Love Actually kind of type movie. It's all these love
Okay.
stories and dramas about these people, and it gathers into this one big drama at the end.
Hmm. Sounds pretty good. Do you have anything else to add or no?
Any early Miyazaki movie like Rapita or Kiki the delivery service. That's a good one for people who haven't experienced Japanese, especially Japanese cinema.
Hmm. Great. So yeah, I mean if you guys want to know more uh about a certain like a genre like drama they like noir films or anything like that, just leave a comment on the group page and we'll try to get back to you as fast as we can with that one, okay guys? Um so do you have anything to add for that question or is that it?
That's it for me.
All right, and then we'll move on to our last question. Uh, bento box sounds about right.
Bento box. Yes, that's right.
Thank you. So his question is, what will it take to get a good Asian American film that doesn't involve martial arts or any other obvious stereotypes, of course.
Drama. I mean, didn't Ken Watanabe do it in Inception? I mean,
Um, you know, I think it had the elements of like Asian like the influences in it, but like I think overall it was more of a like a the American sci-fi type of movie.
mm, but he was like a businessman, and most in most Hollywood movies, I think Asian characters are written as these comic relief or
Right.
these comic characters or comic relief characters, and that's kind of unfortunate to me. But Inception, Ken Watanabe plays it really straight,
Mm.
so I really liked the writing of Christopher Nolan. That's why I like Christopher Nolan so much because he understands a lot about um, how to write characters, how to write certain characters, how to write
Mhm.
characters in certain religions.
Okay. Hmm. Yeah,
So
like Jay's gonna add to that point. Nolan does seem to know how to write an actual person instead of like a Japanese person or or a Spanish person. He writes people for that film and they feel real.
yes,
So and you know what? And just to add on to the question, I think Andy Lau and Martin Scorsese are gonna work on a film.
Yeah, and there's a new IP man coming up.
Yes, yes, there is. So I think just trying to like try to get more in depth in the question. What would it take? I think it would take a good script. You know, something that would appeal to both sides, both to Asian people and to American people. That would let you know like a cop drama or
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
and
just make
then
a good script.
yeah, exactly. And I mean like find actors who I won't say have a heavy accent, but speak English well, where so the general moviegoers won't say, "Oh well, I couldn't understand certain words," or "I couldn't hear what he was saying because of his accent." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because Ken Watanabe in Inception has a very thick, thick accent.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's really heavy.
Yeah, it's really heavy, and you can barely hear it.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, I think just find someone who wants to make a good film, not to make a like a an Asian American film, but someone who just wants to make a good film, who hires a Asian person for a role to play that character, not to play a stereotype.
Yeah, that's right.
So it sounds pretty easy, but U.S. film studios don't seem to get that. They're just
Yes,
more, let's just pump it out. Let's just make a quick buck on it.
yeah, that's what they do.
Yeah. So um, until things change, I think you're going to start look at like the film festival market, see more like indie films to try to find that uh, that balance in it.
Yeah. One quick thing before we wrap things up today. What do you think about Jackie Chan retiring from martial arts movies?
Huh. Uh, I, f- I feel like he should, because I think after I want to say like Rush Hour One, his films started to seem like just the same films over and over again.
Yeah.
Like the last the last film of Jackie Chan's that I thought was decent was Little Big Soldier, but that still wasn't a great film,
Hmm.
right? So I
Yeah.
mean, uh, I think it's time for him to retire, but maybe he should focus more on like dramas, maybe.
Okay. So I kind of wanted the Jackie Chan Jet Li showdown for Expendables 3, but I guess that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, but uh, yeah, I mean, because like they actually did fight in the Forbidden Kingdom, but
Oh
I want
yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, that's right.
yeah, which was a good fight. It was like 15 minutes long, so like they didn't throw a couple punches and then like exchanged words and became friends. So
Yeah.
I mean, like it was a good fight scene.
Yeah, it was a
It,
good fight scene.
but I kind of like want to see Jackie Chan fight Jet Li like more like, you killed my brother, so I'm gonna hunt you down. You know?
Yeah.
But I mean, I mean, I think it's his time to pass on the torch to someone
Yeah.
new.
Yeah. It's really unfortunate though. I mean, Sean Connery like did it over 60. I mean, he made The
Uh,
Rock when he was like 60 something.
I think you're right in that. Yeah.
Yeah. And he said that he wouldn't be in the film unless Michael Bay built him like a cottage right outside San Francisco.
Huh. Oh wow. I know that.
Yeah, so that's about it for film news for me.
Oh, okay. Cool. So you know what? If there's a quick topic you want to throw out there, we'll just have to end our first episode here.
Okay, sure. Um, you can find me at my spill page at Satoshi, and I go by the name of the Stabber for some reason. And you can also find me my work at Stabber on Spill at